All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here, talking about real music in real time for real people just like you, just like me. All right, here is Steve Perry, brand new album. I'm kidding. It's not new, but holy crap, Batman! This is the remastered and extended version of Street Talk. A bunch of bonus tracks there, and all of the bonus tracks are excellent. Now, I am lobbying for Steve Perry to be back in Journey for the 50th anniversary. I think we should make this video go viral. Tell your congressman we want Steve Perry on the 50th anniversary. Send emails to Neal and to Jon and to Arnell and to Todd and to Jason and Dean saying, guys, you need to start talking about Steve Perry. I mean, we had Greg Raleigh last night, was fantastic. It was a little pitchy, a little off here and there, but man, did he pull it together for Black Magic Woman, which of course is a Santana song. I just want to clarify that for a few of the Gen Z people out there, in case they didn't know what Santana was. Maybe you guys know Smooth, Rob Thomas, remember 1999, I think. I was so tired of hearing that song on the radio. You know why that happened in the 90s is because there was like one song that sat on the charts, like the AC, alternative rock, whatever you want to call it, just stayed there for months. If you go back and look at the chart history, the song would go on the charts and it would stay there like for the entire year. That's what happened in the 90s. So there aren't as many hits to choose from the 90s. There are a few songs that I'm starting to like because I realize at this point that that was the last time period where they actually made authentic music, even though I didn't like it as much as the material from the 80s and the 70s and even the 60s. But in hindsight, compared to what's going on today, Viva la 90s. Yeah, Viva la 90s. So how do we get Steve Perry to show up? Maybe just one night, just like Greg Raleigh. How do we do that? We could tell him that, you know, you made a great deal with this band a number of years ago, and you're getting paid really well to do nothing. Supposedly, Arnell is giving part of his paycheck over to Steve Perry, from what I've heard recently. I don't know if that's true. I know that Steve gets a cut, and he gets a cut of pretty much everything, and that percentage is supposed to drop over time. But I'm thinking this is going to be a pretty sold-out show. You had Greg Raleigh last night, who was amazing. But it is the 50th anniversary. And by the way, Jon and Arnell have said that if Perry wants to come back, he's welcome at any time. Anytime. So the door is open. The invitation is there. So how do you get Steve Perry off of his couch and out to a stadium? Well, first of all, you probably need to find a really good limousine service. I don't know, folks. I mean, would Steve Perry do it? And yes, is this video a little tongue-in-cheek? Yes, but hey, Steve, you owe the world, brother. You know why you owe the world? Because this feud is ridiculous between Jon and Neal. You could see how the corporation here is being run into the ground, even though we had Greg there last night. Your legacy is too important to get completely obfuscated. There's a word I wasn't going to use, by all of the crap going on. I mean, Steve Perry is too important. And look, I get it. And Steve, we don't expect you to sing in your 1982 Frontiers Escape voice. We don't expect that. I'd be happy if you did the Tony Bennett voice that you've been doing lately on the Christmas material. And the boys, they can tune everything down. Maybe Neal can find an acoustic guitar lying around somewhere. Maybe Steve Lukather has one that he can lend out to Neal. And you guys can get up there and do Patiently or do any number of songs in a more subdued way. And guess what? Everyone will go crazy. We need closure. Steve, we need closure. Neal, Jon, Arnell. Look, I said some stuff about Arnell when it comes to songwriting, and I apologize for being maybe a little insensitive, but I've had a reputation lately of being insensitive, especially when people die mysteriously. I'll be like, no cause of death, dead, short illness, no explanation. Oh, okay. And then time goes on and it's still the same, and nobody ever updates that status. And then by that time, nobody cares. Anyway, getting back to Steve Perry being a part of the 50th anniversary, well, duh. I mean, if Steve Perry's not there, then it's really not an authentic 50th anniversary, because Jon and Neal owe more to Steve than anyone else. Arnell too. I mean, everybody involved. You guys all owe Steve Perry. So bring him up there. And Steve, you got to do it, man. I'm sure there'd be a good payday for you too. I'm sure the entire gate for whatever show that you're going to be at will go right into your bank account. That's how you negotiate. Maybe you call Irving Azoff. I don't know what you do, but there's something that you can do. And, all you got to probably show up for is 1 or 2 songs. That's it. And people will go crazy. This will be the greatest event in rock history in the last, 20, 30 years, maybe. I mean, this would be a big deal if Steve Perry shows up. I mean, all Steve Perry had to do was walk out on stage and give a great speech during the Hall of Fame, and people, they'll play that speech over and over again. Hey, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, you're sure looking good to me, or something like that, whatever he said. And he could do the same thing. Hey, San Francisco, you guys are looking really good to me. And then, break into Patiently or Lovin' Touchin' Squeezin' or just something, man. I mean, Arnell can chill in the break room. He can chill in the break room with a ham sandwich and a juice box for a little while. But Steve Perry, he deserves to be out there. He just deserves it. I mean, if they can get Greg out there on the 50th, then Jon, Arnell. I mean, if you want to redeem everything for this year with all the feuding going on and with all the back and forth and all the legal stuff, try to get Steve Perry out there. And again, other people on YouTube who love this band, you guys should all be advocating for a Steve Perry reunion with Journey. I mean, come on, nobody tops Steve, baby. I mean, that's some serious street talk right there, or YouTube talk. Anyway, folks, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the bell if you want notifications for new videos. Patreon for a measly $1 a month if you want to support what I do over here. And no, I'm not begging. I don't have a little can that I'm shaking here. If you want to do it, you can do it. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. It's really simple. But I do have good conversations with people on Patreon. So if you sign up, as long as you're a nice person. Oh, man. All right. I'm done. Thanks for watching. See you soon.